Hey there YouTube, welcome to Big Mike Beard Wisdom. So today we're going to be spraying some Ortho Home Defense, and then this is like the bug barrier type stuff. So it's supposed to do it for I think up to 12 months, but I think that's only if it's the interior of the house. If it's on the exterior, essentially you're doing it about every 3 to 4 months. And then a quick tip that I'd probably give is that instead of buying the pack that comes with like the electric wand, go ahead and purchase like a sprayer tank and use that. The sprayer tank's initial investment is going to be a little bit more, but if you look at the cost between refills versus the cost of when it comes with the wand, there's a pretty good price difference, sometimes $7 to $8. So if you're going to do this 2 or 3 times in a year, then saving that $7 to $8, you know, you're looking at $21 to $24 to possibly buy one of these. And if you buy one of these at the end of a season, then you can, you know, maybe get a better one. So this one's the oldest one that I've had. I don't know if they still make it, but it's a few years old. Filling up's nothing crazy. So just take the cap off. Oh, definitely spring. So just take the cap off. It'll have a long straw connected to it that like that electric spray stuff would have fed through or pulled up through, and then just put it in whatever spray bottle you're going to use. And then use the spray bottle as you would. So this one's pretty simple. It's just a pump one. And this one's getting old, so it's a little weird for generating like pressure and stuff. But it's amazing the difference in how these spray compared to the electric one. So the electric ones are kind of finicky. Sometimes they spray really good. Sometimes they kind of peter out. It's kind of weird. And then you might get a different spray pattern. Sometimes you know, when you're uncurling that line, the line kinks or something. So they're really kind of weird. But if you get, you know, a decent sprayer, it makes it a lot easier. Plus, you'll spray a lot faster. So instead of sitting there and spraying and spraying and spraying and spraying, you can go through and you can, you know, get the area covered pretty quick with a spray. And then depending on which one you get, you can even get ones with different tips and nozzles. But one of the first steps I do before spraying it is essentially walking along where I'm going to spray and pulling out any plants that aren't supposed to be here. So like that weed, those plants over there, that weed. So even though that one's not where I'm going to spray, it's going to be somewhat in the way. And like over here, obviously if I was going to spray along the base and I hose down that plant, it's going to leave a lot of little travel areas for other things to go. And with this tree being right here, this tree tends to attract a lot of ants because it's on its way out. So, but it's a very pretty tree. It's got all these nice kind of pretty flowers. They start out like a dark purple, and then it seems almost like they bleach out a little bit to pink. And I don't remember if it'll eventually go to white or not. But it's also really sensitive, I guess. So like last year around Mother's Day, we had a bit of like a thunderstorm. Not a real bad storm, but it was enough that it pretty much knocked all the flowers off the tree. So the tree didn't even really have a chance to, like, you know, grow full bloom, kind of like this. So it was just had a little bit, like they had just appeared, and I don't even know if they'd actually fully opened, but as soon as that storm hit, down they came. So this is an area that I really like to treat just because I'm worried about the ants finding their way to the house. But over the last few years, using this like the Ortho bug barrier stuff, it's worked really good at stopping ants, and we haven't had any ants in the house as far as I know of. So, but yep, go ahead and pull any kind of weeds that are up against the house, I'm gonna probably come through and blow any residual leaves that are still hanging out. And then, you know, keep coming around the house taking out taking out weeds. Turns out that old sprayer is about dead. So going with a different sprayer. And then, as with everything, you know, wear the proper PPE. So make sure you're wearing long sleeves. You got you know, pants on, long sleeve shirt, that kind of stuff. So safety glasses whenever possible. And then I always do the weird to get two spots first. So with the house and the deck being right here, I don't want to do the deck first and that door, even though, you know, a lot of times it's like, I'll do this real quick because it's where we go in and out. I want to go ahead and do down below, because down below is kind of where it's a big pain in the butt. Plus, if I did the door first, it would wind up dripping on me. All right, so I sprayed underneath the porch, and as you can see, I went up about a block and a half, and I went out probably a good, you know, block worth. And then in the directions they recommend for doing stuff outside, like they say, I'm building structures and foundations, you can go as high as 3 feet. Normally I try and do just about a block height up. And then they say do about a 1 foot like span on the ground. So about 1 foot out. And then for the size of my house, normally that refill will just do the entire house with just a touch left over to do the like the little bit of the garage maybe. So as you can see, it goes pretty quick. You're able to cover a lot of area, get it covered pretty good in a short amount of time with the using your own pump sprayer. And to me, it works faster than what I remember the electric wands working. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Used up the whole bottle. Those refills work pretty good for the size of the house. I'm able to pretty much spray everything, and then sometimes I do like a little bit extra around the steps and on the steps. I'll also do like around the garage doors a little bit. Now part of me always wonders if I'm just trapping the bugs inside the garage. So, but I assume at least it keeps some of the bugs from coming back in. But this has worked pretty good for several years, and I'd recommend it. So it does have a bit of a smell, and then like the reason why I'm doing it early in the morning is that like we let the dogs out early in the morning a couple times, and then we kind of stow them for the day, at least until about, you know, lunchtime. And then this stuff should be dry by then, in which case it's safe when it's dry. So anything that helps keep everybody safe, I'm all about. But the sprayer bottles definitely make it go way faster than the electric sprayers, and you can save a little bit of money. Now I always label mine, so I've got a couple different sprayers, and I've picked up a few more while they were on sale over the winter time and stuff. And I kind of do that way I don't have to really clean these out a whole lot. So I use them up, and then I just relieve the pressure on them and kind of store them until the next time I have to use them. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take one more look at the pretty tree. Anywho, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll check you next time.